as you travel this old stagecoach road, you can't help but think of the people of the past. Maybe you think of the new settlers arriving full of hopes and dreams, or wealthy plantation owners on their way home. However, this road also has a dark past, one that includes early settlers fleeing from the area in 1715 during the Indian Uprising, or the hundreds of British men shot down on this very road by patriots. Maybe a picture of an Indian dying of smallpox or a young mother and child dying from malaria comes to mind. Surely, the grim reality and hardships of the New World were eased by the faith these people had in God. Parker's Ferry Road was named after John Parker. However, the ferry has had several names over time. It has been called Smith or Ferguson, and the road is most synonymous with the Francis Marion battle which occurred here. Very close by was an Indian village called Pon Pon, which was a Native American word used to describe the Pon Pon or Edisto River. However, if you're visiting this location, I highly recommend that you drive down this long dirt road to the Pon Pon Chapel of Ease, sometimes referred to as the Old Burnt Church located on Parker's Ferry Road, which was a stagecoach road from Charleston to Savannah and was the route General Washington took in 1791 while visiting the South. While here you can also see graves of the early settlers. I am sure that the early visitors of this church may have utilized the causeway at Parker's Ferry and traveled down this very road. The church's history began in 1713 when the first missionaries arrived to the parish. During the 1715 Indian Uprising, many of the previously mentioned missionaries and white settlers were killed in a massacre by the Yamasee. However, once this Indian threat was over, this area became even more populated due to settlers moving from the Chehaw River and settling near the Edisto. This migration was due to the size of the Edisto River, which aided in commerce, travel, and provided a better river for escape in case of another Indian attack. Eventually, the name of the area changed to Jacksonboro after John Jackson, an early settler who owned a large portion of land. By 1725, an act of the General Assembly provided for the chapel's construction, and for many years the walls have marked the location of the St. Bartholomew's Parish. In the spring of 1737, John Wesley stopped here to preach 2 times. Also, from 1791 to 1808, Bishop Francis Ashbury visited the area several times. In 1753, the wooden chapel was replaced with a brick building of which the remnants can still be seen today. The following is a description of the early settlers who were laid to rest here. Captain James Smith and Major O'Brien Smith are buried together, along with Judge Buke. Captain James Smith was the nephew of Revolutionary War leader James Parsons. In Parsons' will, James was left silver-mounted guns and personal effects of Parsons' deceased son, George. In addition, James Parson also gave his nephew James Smith the Young Hall and Chickasee plantations. After James Parsons' wife passed, Captain James Smith also inherited Lynchfield and Dehara plantation, the latter of which was the place that George Washington slept during his southern tour. Unfortunately, even with all these inheritance of land and goods and wealth, Captain James Smith only lived to be 26. As mentioned previously, beside Captain James Smith is Major O'Brien Smith. He was James's brother and also got a great inheritance from his uncle James Parsons. Major O'Brien Smith is mainly known as the escort for George Washington during his Southern tour. However, he was also very important in the state. In 1796, he was a member of the General Assembly and also served in the Senate and in the Ninth Congress. O'Brien passed in 1811 at the age of 55. It is believed that he passed away at his uncle's house on Church Street. The three daughters of Mary and Tobias Ford are also laid to rest here. It was at the Ford home, called Woodford, that mad Archie Campbell, under the command of Fraser, captured Isaac Hayne, who would be hung as a patriot martyr in Charleston. On February 3, 1801, an article in the City Gazette read, "On Monday last, the church at Pon Pon in Colleton District was burnt down due to the woods being set afire in that vicinity." A storm in 1959 greatly damaged all the walls, and today only one supported wall remains. Between 2017 and 2023, the appearance of the wall has greatly changed and lost much of its original beauty. It has changed so drastically, in fact, that I recommend you come to this area while a wall still exists.
You take the pieces somebody on the grade, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna come to a zombie.
No, there ain't no such thing as zombies. What's this one say? 65 years. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Because it could break.
I'm trying to look at it.
Yeah, you got to use your eyes. You've got to use your eyes and not your hands.
I hope the buddy don't wake up the pig.
They're not going to get you, babe. Because, see,
the people gonna get hurt.
yeah, people could get hurt. They don't want people climbing on it because it's so old.
And then we get old and wake up in a light.
No.
I'm gonna see the people fall at light.
Watch out.
Stairs. What, Mommy?
Alright, you ready to go home?
That we call her, Mommy.
Yeah, that's our car.
We go and wait before that for us to know with a light.
Is that right?
Yep.
You ready to go home?
Look, the people don't do west in that light.
Is that right?
And they're always and that's old.
The man who started the Methodist Church preached here. Why are you walking backwards, Millard?
I didn't know how to walk backwards.
Are you scared?
I'm not scared. I'm a big boy. Look that thing.
It says, "Please do not cross the ropes. For your safety and the protection of the chapel, please respect the boundaries." Come on.
If you enjoyed this video, please like it, and as always, thanks for watching.